Willie D Live.
What's up, family? You ain't gonna believe this one. Hunter Biden, the son of former President Joe Biden, has challenged Donald Trump's sons, Eric and Donnie Jr., to a cage match. Yeah, fam, they're gonna fight. Well, now, Hunter wants to fight, but he hasn't heard back from his opponents, potential opponents. Can you believe that? Family, let's skip over whether the fight will happen or not. Who you got? Who you got? Hunter or any one of the Trump boys? Who you got? Give me a thumbs up if you got Hunter. 2 thumbs up if you got the Trump boys. Any one of them. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Let me let you hear what Hunter has to say, because like when you start challenging people when it comes to MMA and fighting, they're talking about MMA, right? When you start challenging people, you got to sell it, right? So let's see if Hunter sold it to you.
Hunter Biden here. I just got a call from Andrew Callaghan. He asked me to come out on the Channel 5 Carnival Tour at the end of the month. I think we start in Phoenix, and then we go to San Diego, and we end in Albuquerque. And I think he's trying to organize a cage match, me versus Eric and Don Jr. I told him I'd do it, 100% in, if he can pull it off. And if he can't, I'm still coming. And I think he's got a lot of other surprises up his sleeve, a lot of fun. And I hope I can see you guys out there. You can get tickets online right now, and I'll see you out on tour.
Let me tell you something, fam. I'm pretty certain that Trump's sons are not going to fight, because I'm pretty certain they haven't had a fight in their life. They probably don't even know how to fight. I'm sure they would break their hand if they tried to hit something, because they definitely wouldn't land a punch like it need to go. I can guarantee you, if they swung, they would land something right here, something over here would hit. The impact would be here, somewhere up in here, down here somewhere. I guarantee you they can't fight, just like their daddy. They cannot fight, but what they have is money, and money insulates you when you can't fight. You get enough money, you can get bodyguards and security guards, and you can get the Secret Service. You can get all of that. When you got enough paper and prestige. You got I won't say prestige, because they don't really have prestige. They have position, right? You can get enough of that. You can get all of that, right? So they don't have to fight. They never had to fight because they grew up in privilege, so they were shielded. So I'm pretty sure that if a fight broke out, Hunter would win, because, Hunter been in them streets, Hunter used to be on drugs. So, he's had at least a couple of scuffles, right? At least, right? So if I had to pick anybody, I think Hunter has had a tougher life than the Trump boys. So I think that my money would be bet on Hunter. But I do find it interesting as hell that you have a former president's son calling out current president's sons. But I think this is a good thing. Hear me out, fam. Hear me out, because I know you're saying, what the hell are you talking about? Hear me out. Okay. We've been talking about how Trump dodged the draft. We talk about all the time how a lot of these politicians' kids don't have any scrap in them. They need to go to war. If you want to go to war, send your kids first. This would be about as close as we can get to the president's children squabbling. Line them up, let them fight. Let us see that they have some oomph in it, you know what I mean? Like, let us see them come from behind those safe walls and get inside of their cage, and let us see what they can do. I would be very interested in watching something like that. And then after that, Go to the Obamas. Get the Obama girls against the Bush girls. Who could win? Ooh, that's going to be a tough one because those Bush girls used to be alcoholics. At least one of them was an alcoholic. And that means alcoholic. She wasn't a regular alcoholic. She wasn't like I guess she was an alcoholic. I don't know what. But she wasn't one of them like lay down, fragile type alcoholics. She was like a contentious alcoholic, aggressive. So she might have a little fight in her. However, if you look at the Obama girls, they really ain't been able to really come all the way out of their shell. The older one, she smoked a little weed or whatever, that's a little something, that's a little bit something, right? The little street little edge right there. But she ain't really, neither one of them have really been out there like them Bush girls. So those Bush girls, they probably could give them a run for their money, but you got to always reserve the scrap in the black kids, because in their minds, or perhaps in their lives, they have been discriminated against. And I'm telling you something, fam, it's something about that discrimination thing that gives you a superpower when you have to fight against it, when you're fighting against it. Whether it be a physical confrontation, or whether it be something on paper, whether it be a legal thing, it can bring out, it'll bring out the fire in you, man. So perhaps that could be the Obama girls' superpower, and they could get the Bush girls, rough them up a little bit. Now, in terms of fighting, what they do have over the Bush girls is youth. Yeah, they got that youth over them. So with that could give them the edge. That could give them the edge. Now, I tell you what I like to see though, fam. I want to see these dudes who actually start the wars fight. Y'all first. Y'all want to go to war? You want to go to war? In fact, we ain't going to war at all. If y'all two got a problem, y'all fight. Trump, get in the cage with the Ayatollah. Not the old one, not the one you killed, but the younger one. Get in there with him, because the older one was a little too old. But then again, Trump can't fight, so I give it to the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah, I think he had to be close to 90. Let's see how old he was. He was 86. Okay, he's just 6 years. Okay, I give it to the Ayatollah. Easy win. He was 86, Trump 79. So they were only 7 years apart. I give it to the Ayatollah all day long because I know the Ayatollah, he grew up in Iran, so he had to squabble. See, you got to prove yourself in Iran. Those type of countries, you can't just come in, not have been in the military, not have fought in wars, not have proven yourself. Those dudes, they ain't gonna respect you unless they know that you can squabble, you can actually hold your own. They won't respect you. So I would give the fight to the Ayatollah over Trump, because Trump, I just feel like he'll just do like this. If he got into a squabble, I think Trump would do something like this. I swear to God, fam, I'd see him. I can already see it. I know for a fact he wouldn't swing back, because he ain't like that. He just got that mouth, and he's used to having that money. So that money talk for him. He ain't never been built like that. He's been a trick, all his life, even when it come to women, tricking, I guess I get out with the women and stuff, tricking, the president of the United States, got caught up in a court case for tricking. Why aren't we talking about that? Why didn't we talk about that enough? Like he was tricking with a prostitute. Was she a prostitute? Well, she said she was adult entertainer. Was she an adult entertainer? They called her an actress, an adult actress, a porn star, I think. Yeah. Was it Stormy Daniels or something like that? Whatever, he paid for the services. That's prostitution. He paid for the services, fam. So we already know how that go. He paid for the service. That's tricking, man. Straight up tricking. 3 wives, 3 baby mamas, tricking, starting unjust wars, lying every single day, setting his sons up to get hundreds of millions of dollars in government contracts. He made himself a good $3 billion in 1 year. And it's good Lord, man. If that ain't a rogue, if that's not a crook, if that's not an outlaw, a criminal, what is? I say let them fight though. Let these leaders, before you go out and try to send people to war, first of all, you fight. Y'all fight each other. Whoever come out on top, win. You won, so the other side have to give up some concessions. You guys say, okay, look, man, you whoop my ass, so I'm gonna open up the straight. But it'll be the other way around. Trump say, Ayatollah would have been like, yeah, man, I'll whoop your ass. So now I need you to lift those, you're gonna lift the sanctions. Trump lift the sanctions. Same thing with Vladimir Putin. Him and Kim Jong-un get into it, y'all scrap. If it don't work out for you, Vladimir, then you got to work out some deal. You got to work out a deal, man. Yeah, that's how that go. And it can't be just women, sex. Can't just be, okay, we're going to send some Russian models. No. It's got to be something that the people can benefit from. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.